Welcome everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Ken Lawrence. I'm chair of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners, and I'm thrilled to be here today in Lansdale. I will just say, when we moved to Montgomery County in 1984, we moved to Talmenton Township. I had no idea what a township was, and my address said Lansdale, so I grew up coming here to the Lansdale Library. I remember when the bowling alley was here, so it's good to be home. And it's good to be here with so many members of the Lansdale business community to celebrate a truly transformative moment for these local small businesses. In 2020, when COVID-19 was raging, storefronts across the country were shuttered. Small business owners whose livelihoods and those of their employees depended on the local economy had to pivot and adjust to this new reality. And I don't have to tell you all this because we all remember it and we all lived it. It was tough. So when the American Rescue Plan Act was passed in 2021, better known as ARPA, Montgomery County knew that our local small businesses needed help. So through the Montgomery County Recovery Office, and we have several staff members from here today, and I thank them, we created the Small Business Grant Program focused on minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. We allocated a total of $2,650,000 to support businesses that had been impacted by the pandemic. And we made special consideration to ensure that businesses with historically less access to capital were supported, such as businesses owned by socially and economically disadvantaged groups like minorities, women, and veterans. Small businesses with 50 or fewer employees and an annual gross revenue under $500,000 were eligible to apply for grants of up to $20,000. They had to show the financial impact that the pandemic had on their operations, whether it was through business closures, health and safety improvements, hiring and retention issues, supply chain issues, or inflation. So today I'm thrilled to be here with my governing partner, Jamila Winder, to present a total of $242,088 to 15 local businesses in Lansdale Borough as part of this grant program. I want to thank our county staff in our recovery office, including Tom Bonner, Eli Gilman, Valerie Vellin, and Terrence Barnes, for leading the efforts in reviewing and executing this program. And I also want to thank Steve Barth of Barth Consulting for his dedication to ensuring that the small businesses of Lansdale had strong applications for the program. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone here today who is a small business owner. You are the lifeblood of our communities. You create jobs, you offer high-quality goods and services, and you give back to our local economy. I also want to recognize the members of Lansdale Council who joined us here today. We appreciate you. Your neighbors appreciate you. I know the last few years have been challenging, probably more so than you may have ever imagined, but you persevered, and we're so glad you did. So congratulations to all the small business owners. And now I'll turn it over to Commissioner Jamila Winder.
Thank you so much, Ken, and good to be here with everyone. So I'd like to reiterate my congratulations to all of the small business owners of Lansdale who received this funding. I know we'll hear from a couple of you later in the program about how the money, what the money means to all of you. The pandemic was a challenge for none of us saw coming, and that continues to have a ripple effect on our economy. While many of us have been able to get back to our normal lives, for many business owners, you are still dealing with the impacts, recovering from closures, ongoing staff shortages, rising costs, and more. This is especially true for those who have historically had a more difficult time navigating financial systems. Women, people of color, veterans, people identifying as LGBTQ+, immigrants, I gotta turn my page here, sorry. People with limited English proficiency or people with disabilities. These were the people this program aimed to uplift the most, because historically, you've had to work harder, climb higher, go further in order to achieve success. We had so many people apply for this grant that the county agreed to increase its funding by more than $500,000 to ensure that all eligible applicants could be funded. So I'm pleased to say that across the county, a total of 254 small businesses were awarded grants for a total of nearly $3.2 million. And the funds were transformative, as we'll hear. This was not a program that handed out massive bailouts to mega corporations. Our average grant amount was just over $12,000. So this kind of funding was targeted to make the most of each dollar. It aimed to support local businesses who truly made an impact in Montgomery County. And here in Lansdale, it supported businesses of all shapes and sizes: a hair salon, a cafe, a martial arts school, a bookstore, a dry cleaner, a shoe repair store, a Mexican restaurant, and more. I know that the community of Lansdale is absolutely behind you, supporting you, and exciting to see each of you succeed. So congratulations again to all of the small businesses who make a difference here in Lansdale and in Montgomery County. With that, I'd like to invite Steve Barth, president of Barth Consulting, who was a true partner of the Recovery Office in getting this work accomplished. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. Today is a very exciting day in Lansdale, and Lansdale is a booming, growing town since the pandemic. We've opened over 35 new businesses in the past year, and thanks to the support from the commissioners, our existing businesses are strong and healthy with the help of this grant program. As an envoy for Lansdale Borough Council and our Economic Development Committee and the commissioners in particular, we went out into the community, hand-delivered these grant applications, worked with the business owners, found translators, helped them navigate the application process, and actually helped submit some of these grant programs. And we worked very closely with Eli in the county office to help all of these business owners here in the community. I would like to introduce Rafia from our Economic Development Committee, which, much like the county commissioners, supports all of the Lansdale businesses, and just to have her thank you as well. Rafia.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen Barth. On behalf of our Economic Development Committee, I truly congratulate all the 15 business owners, those who got this grant, and also Stephen Barth. Thank you so much for having you, and the commissioners for coming here and supporting. If you look at this 15 business owners or businesses, those who got this grant, that will say something about our beautiful, diverse Lansdale Borough. So it's inclusive. I was so thankful that they got the help with the translation. Stephen Barth was very on hand to help them. So I thank you very much again for that, and thanks for letting me speak. Thank you.
So one of the most impactful things about this grant was how transformative it was to people's lives. And so the way that the grant funds were used, and Master Yang will speak a little bit about that, but it was about to keep their business thriving and surviving. And it was so difficult after the pandemic for people to kind of realign their businesses and, to make up for the impact of the COVID that, really was no fault of their own. So with that, I'd like to introduce Master Yang, who's also been a great friend of ours. He had brought a diplomatic mission to the borough a few months ago from South Korea, and so he's a great envoy to not only the county, but to Lansdale Borough as well. Master Yang?
Good afternoon. My name is Bong-Pil Yang. I'm the master instructor, Yang's Martial Arts School. I came Lansdale back to 1978, November 26, so it will be 45 years and anniversary this month. And since I arriving, I teaching in the North Broad Street, Lansdale, in the class. And when the pandemic starting, as you know, all students out, it was very difficult time to pay rent and all expenses. So meantime, my wife retired because she cannot continue to go to work. So she had pocket, like retirement money, $45,000. She gave me, I using that money to pay the rent and all the expenses. Meantime, my students, they chip in the money they supporting. So 1999, actually, I moved to North Wales Borough, and when start the pandemic, I moved back to Lansdale. So it was very difficult, not even me, everybody struggled for the financing. And then thank you to Montgomery County, they supporting, I got $20,000 for the grant. So that really helped me pay the rent and other expenses. And here I am, I'm survivor. I never closed my school during the pandemic. So thank you again, and the commissioner and everybody. We are working together in survival in the pandemic. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Tracy Shones Solis.
Soleil Luna.
Soleil Luna. It's right down the street. It's a salon here, and just if you wouldn't mind saying a few words too. Thank you.
Sure. Hi, my name is Tracy Wooders. I worked at Soleil Luna Hair Salon for 10 years, and January, before the pandemic hit, I purchased the salon from the current owner, and then March shut us down. So it was quite a shock, and you had to learn quick about business. I love what I do. I love my salon. I call it my happy place. So owning a business was not my dream, but I took it over. So we had to shut down, and we survived that. And then the building that the gentleman had owned for over 40 years, he sold it. And now we are in a position where we will be moving just a block away, so we're still in Lansdale. And this grant that Stephen was very generous with his time and making me aware of it and helping me with it is enabling us to move to that new space with new stations. We were able to hire a new stylist, and the grant was just invaluable to helping us get back and to move forward. So thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today for this wonderful moment. And I think the commissioners have a rather small check to give on behalf of Lansdale Borough. It's an astonishing sum of money. And heartfelt thanks to you and everything you did to help us and to help us survive. Thank you.